promise me forever. I wanna be with you, but forever is far away. All we have is today. No life to say. Yeah, just wanna hold you, touch your feet today. Wanna be with you this way. All day. I wanna talk you away while I'm allowed to say. Just wanna be with you. If this ain't our last long, I'll miss each other. I wanna be far from all the others. I'll always see you, no matter what you do. I wanna be with you, no matter what. Just wanna hold you, touch your feelings, be right here with you. All we need is to say, all we have to take. Need a lot to stay. Just wanna be with you. Nothing is for certain. Things might change fast, things might change slow. Nothing is a given. This right here been a while. Oh, oh, oh. And I know that I love you, and I know that you love me too. We're stuck up in a loophole. Why? Just say, just wanna hold you, touch your feet today. Wanna be with you this way. Always, all we have today. Need a lot to say. Just wanna be with you. All we have today. Need a lot to say. Just wanna be with you. You've been talking to me like you never had before. Asking what if one of us gets bored. Saying people change, life is short. We could lose affection, lose the plan if we can, and we won't evolve. Looking hard at the mirror on the wall. Would it be better if we never met at all? Pay attention to my words. I will always, even when we're older, when the darkness is closer, I'll always be into you. Open your arms, I'll keep you close to my heart. I will love you like no one could, like no one could, like no one could, like no one could. I could spend these years with, laugh or cry these tears with, no one else that I could honestly say is beautiful to me. No, nobody else would have your patience or keep me in good graces. After all the things I've done, I needed to say, I'm sorry that I'm worse than I could be, that your love isn't worth what it should be. I don't wanna let you down, but I'm sure you figure out by now. It's not always said that it would be. Deep down I'm afraid of a good thing. I know that I let you down, but my ex would've left by now. Someone else that I could spend these years with. Many times I fear that you don't know that you are beautiful to me. Someone else that I could talk all night with, get along all right with. Tell me how it's gonna be. I'm sorry that I'm worse than I could be, that your love isn't worth what it should be. I don't wanna let you down, but I'm sure you figured out by now. Someone else said that it would be. Deep down I'm afraid of a good thing. I know that I let you down. Well, you've always had my back, even through attacks by me upon myself. Oh, baby, yeah. You've always had my back, even through attacks. Makeup on my heart, makeup on my heart. I'm sorry that I'm worse than I could be, and your love isn't worth what it should be. I don't wanna let you down, but I'm sure you figure out by now. It's not how I said that it would be. Deep down I'm afraid of a good thing. I know that I've let you down, but my ex will left by now. I'm sorry that I'm worse than I could be. Your love isn't worth what it should be. It's called My Ex Would Have Left By Now. I don't wanna let you down, but I'm sure you figured out by now. It's not how I said that it would be. Deep down I'm afraid of a good thing. I know that I let you down, but my ex would have left by now. Oh, hello there. Didn't see you guys come in. Yeah, for anybody asking if I'm okay, yeah, as good as can be expected. I like the idea sometimes of just going live and playing music and being in a certain vibe. And then I realized that you can actually treat the kind of live thing as a weird, like, aesthetic. I don't know. Yeah, there's some cool, I don't know, stuff. But hello. It would be fun if just anybody who wants to, if you guys would propose any sort of a subject or a topic, like what's on your minds. I am just a humble musician, but it would be really nice to shoot the breeze. So if anybody has anything on their minds that they would want to, I have to warn you, probably have me monologue about, but then go back and try to take a look at the follow-up. Yeah. And also I do have to say I have we're in Sweden and sort of isolated in our own little bubble, but have seen the stuff going on in California. I have cousins and aunts and uncles and family there, and just a lot of people I love, and just people that I don't know that I care about because they're human beings and I don't want their lives to be fucked up. Hearts going out to everybody in California. That's some really shitty stuff. So yeah, hoping that things turn out as best as they can. So all right, so I'm gonna start with things that I can
grab onto. I appreciate everybody's comments of yeah, I should start by saying I appreciate everybody's comments of love. I think sometimes comments of love don't get acknowledged enough. Our brains are instantly kind of primed to go for either something negative or something that, whatever. I think we need to take more appreciation of the love that we're given and actually receive it properly. And I can't tell you how much it means to me and Spressa when I mean we spend whole nights reading everybody's comments on all of our videos. Somebody else is overwhelming because it's freaking overloaded, but we have at least a couple times a year where we go on that video and just scroll down all the comments and just spend a night going like, and then by the end we're just so like, we've cried like 18,000 times and get emotionally exhausted, and then it takes another 6 months before we go and read those. But in any case, I just want to say thank you for everybody who, you know, I appreciate. You don't have to have some kind of topic or jumping off point. Certainly appreciate the love, and means a lot. Certainly, yeah, helps us feel like what we do matters. Uh, so I'm gonna try to see. If I go out via cop, do I still get into heaven because I didn't actually do it myself, or is it intent that matters? Whoa. Okay, it's heavy. Okay. Where do I begin with something like that? Well, first of all, I don't think I don't think it's helpful for any cause that you might think warrants it for you, whoever you are, to go and become a martyr. I don't necessarily think that that is giving your utmost potential to the world. I have a certain respect. It's tough. I would implore you, free underscore Luigi, to consider, what if you could become a master? Like what if you could use your time in your life to become somebody that is so noble and so virtuous and so competent and so skilled that you, by just existing, you're changing the world. I would much rather aim for that than I became a martyr and I did some massive act of defiance and protest or whatever, and I got taken out by the cops or whatever. I just think you should readdress your framing, readdress your approach. If you really want to do something good for the world, maybe that means becoming the best version of you that you can possibly be. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That was for free underscore Luigi, who said, if I go out via cop, do I still get into heaven because I didn't actually do it myself, or is it intent that matters? Moving on. What is the inspiration of you're somebody else? I'm going to skip that one for now. It's not because it's a bad question, but just because there is a lot of information out there already online. And I'm not saying, like, just Google it. I'm just saying, like, I would love to talk about that story. But now this whole, like, the Luigi guy's comment got me a little bit like, whew. I need to just see what's going on here. Could I ask how you view the song you guys made, Sadness? You know what? Now I feel bad about Eric. I didn't. You know what? The inspiration of you're somebody else, this has to... Um, You're Somebody Else, in some ways, was a culmination of everything that Spress and I had been working on up until that point. And in some ways, it was like medicine for the self medicine, and also medicine for the world, because these things are not distinct, really. It's like the ailment that inflicts the zeitgeist. We get it. We get a version of that in ourselves, and then our own issues then also feed back into the public. Something was going on at that time that song was conceived and written, and it also came with a whole lot of context about Spress and I's whole story up until that point. And we needed that song, and it turns out that by the grace of God or the universe or fate or that song somehow it continues to resonate with people, completely disconnected from the original situation. It's just one of those songs. I mean, we're just forever grateful that song actually means something to people, and that it actually recognizes people where they are. It's not even really, I mean, obviously we're grateful for the success. It's not really as much about the success as the fact that it's really, really intriguing and beautiful that it continues to resonate. And I can't explain that at all. I don't really have an explanation for that. There's many, multiple ways that I could look at that, but I guess what I'm trying to say about the inspiration for You're Somebody Else is it comes from a very, well, let me put it this way. If I'm trying to say it in a new way with new understanding, it came from a very deep context, and it came from a context of things we were going through in our lives, as well as how we were interfacing with society at large, and just where we were in like our trying to be in a relationship, but at the same time be creative, collaborative partners, and then have to wear so many different hats. I don't know. It's a song that emerged from that. And I actually thought recently, it's so funny because when we signed with RCA, that we had to take that song off the album. And I think I mentioned this in the last time that I went live, but like that whole album, Nothing Lasts Forever and It's Fine, even if you remove You're Somebody Else from it, that whole album kind of, in some weird way, to me now, it makes way more sense now. Like I just listened through that whole thing on accident the other day, and I was like, oh my God, I needed this whole album. And that was the version without You're Somebody Else on it, because of course we ended up licensing that song to RCA, where it still is. So that original album that it appeared on the Swedish version, or like on most versions, no, sorry, on most versions you'll see of that album, like if you go to Spotify and you go to our first full album, Nothing Lasts Forever and It's Fine, you'll notice that unless you're in Sweden or a Scandinavian country, you'll notice that You're Somebody Else is missing. And I was kind of curious. I was like, okay, so a lot of people are hearing our album without that song on it. And then I was like, but so how does it feel without that track on it? And I went back through it, and I was just like, oh my God, all the stuff in that album is like more relevant now to our lives than it was then. So then I'm thinking, all right, yeah, feel pretty good about that. So anyway, it's a whole long story with You're Somebody Else, and I can go into like 50,000 different aspects of it. But so that was in response to Eric about You're Somebody Else. Sparta asked about Sadness Is Taking Over. Well, it's on the same album, and I feel like honestly, what I just said probably suffices in some way, because it was the same time period. So yeah, I mean, it goes a little bit more specific than that. It actually was sprung up. Spressa came up with the chorus idea initially over a riff I was playing, and it just came out. Like, she has a tendency to, like, when Spressa writes lyrics, she comes out like instantly with like pretty much what the final result is going to be. So she was like, sadness is taking over your eyes, your mouth, yeah. And I was like, the oh my god, that's the fucking chorus. Like, you just wrote the whole chorus. Like, what do we have to do? Add like 2 lines, and then it was a matter of fleshing out the verses. And but she was at that time looking at me and actually having that feeling. You know, like, we were living in this tiny apartment. It was just me and her. We were barely making ends meet, and and I think I had a lot of anxiety about making it in some way, and I was like, man, I don't know what it's gonna take to. I mean, I was thinking, I didn't say this to her because obviously we were very motivating about all this stuff. You know, we were like, we'll either live completely poor, and I don't say poor. Poor is not a bad word. You know, as far as we're concerned, we were like, we are poor, and we will either continue to be poor, or the whole music thing will work out somehow. But we know that what we're doing is something we believe in. I didn't say good. We can't control how other people see it. But our thing was like, we got to make stuff we believe in. Okay, something we made a year ago, it could have been better. So you can also be self-critical in that, but it's like, do the work, put it out there. You like it at the time, you grow, you evolve, your tastes change, but you don't condemn what you did before. It's all part of the growth and the experience and the process. And but as regards Sass's taking over and that whole album that it was on, which included You're Somebody Else initially, uh, for me that one is currently really holding up. I was like, I just think it's more relevant now than it was in 2016. Kind of wish we released it now, to be very honest. But yeah, actually I'm not, because I like where we're at now. So um, Morning Comes is a really good feel good song. That was from Christy. Thank you. That's one of our favorites from the most recent record. So thank you, Christy. Somebody said, "Damn, man, my respect for you just increased by 1,000 times 1,000. That was a bit much for a live." I like that. Yeah, I guess you got to go. I don't know. Yeah, fair enough. Kyle says, "If my heart could sing, I would sound like you, Cole." That's very sweet. Thank you, Kyle. That's very nice. Okay, so it's interesting seeing the discussion toward the Luigi guy. So I'm way behind. Maybe I should skip forward a little bit here. Found jail from a fan video of that song. Thank you. That was seguable. Dragon is a beautiful song. That's from Kyle. Thank you. Inspiration for that song. I'm gonna hold that for just a moment. Try to see if something. Taking the free Luigi topic off focus on. Opportunistic theory. Okay, that's interesting. It's true that some people do music to make ends meet, and some people can be rich because of that, but some are not. Thing is, subconsciously, you refuse to become a capitalist. Oh, I don't disagree. I mean, I would never. Probably not the time to get into a fully fleshed out thesis here, but yeah, curious to know what you think about that more. But I mean, on face value, that yeah, some truth to that for me. I love Wish You Luck. It's so real. I feel like it could be biograph. Jesus Christ, brain fart. Feels like it could be autobiographical. You guys are okay, yeah? Yeah, we're good, dude. I mean, good in what is good? uh, I think Spress and our relationship has been characterized like I think most relationships, but maybe not all, maybe not most, by a series of ups and downs. And but the defining consistency is that we the other to work through the difficulties that arise from our distinct personalities. So yeah, and then we find inspiration in that whole process, and we just love each other. So people are fucked up, man. I mean, good God, a good relationship is basically a lifelong dialogue, and a series of introspective, uh, mm, just a lot of introspection. We'll leave it at that. Um, and in the case of Spress and I, it's actually kind of a blessing, but we actually disagree on a lot. Not on the things that like really, really matter, but we disagree on enough in sort of the middle that it's always interesting. And it basically is like a um I want to say I want to say cauldron, but that's kind of a sort of a loaded word in a way, but it's a hot pot of varying yeah, we have different viewpoints, and we're so extremely bluntly honest with each other that it actually it pushes each of us to actually examine our biases and our stupidity and our whatever, but it also forces us to make it a compelling case. Like, if I know I'm right, or if she knows she's right, well then you owe it to both yourself and the other person to actually make your point. Like, you better make your point. Like, it's one thing if you're never going to convince the other person, but the problem better not be that you just didn't articulate your point well enough. You gotta at least like step up to the plate and go, no, 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 I believe in this, and I'm right. I mean, here's why I'm right, and then give a whole compelling argument. And you at least want the other person to hear that. They don't have to adopt it, because that would be fucking. I mean, that's tyrannical if you want somebody to adopt your ideology or your viewpoint or whatever. Like, even if they fundamentally just don't get it. But what you really aim for in a relationship is like be able to compromise, but also be able to put your foot down and make your point when you need to. And then if I mean, obviously some relationships don't work out because after all of that putting the foot in the sand and making your point, it just actually like fundamentally won't work. But with Spress and I, sometimes I mean, the funny thing is, like, with us, once a certain amount of like pressure like removes from a situation, like, oh, we had this thing going on, or we had this, oh, it's gotta file our taxes, and we gotta get this bill paid, or we've got to. But when all that shit's kind of like, when we have a moment where none of that is a factor, we we just go back to like, oh yeah, I really like hanging out with you. You're awesome. I mean, you're annoying, but you're awesome. So we always find a way back. I mean, I don't even know if we find a way. We just naturally gravitate back to sort of a we get each other equilibrium and love and mutual respect and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why I went off on. Well, no, it's good that I did that, but I don't remember what the autobiographical question. I think somebody asked about the weather here. It's cold. It's winter, very far north, uh, and it's been actually kind of interesting here. It's been a weird weather where during the day or at different parts of the day it might be kind of basically raining when it almost should be snowing. So it's then you get this whole thing where you get some rain and then you get icy roads because it's like just the temperature is literally hovering around freezing. That's kind of not super pleasant, but it's like, you expect that, so hopefully people act accordingly and aren't acting like fools on the road. Um, let's see. Somebody asked, wait, Amethyst Amethyst Weiner. I don't know who that is. Um, that's said it multiple times. That's interesting. Oh, a great Muslim ancestor, Amethyst Weiner. That's cool. So she's saying she worships Amethyst Weiner. That's it. Well, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Are cornflakes an acceptable midnight snack? I guess it depends. Cornflakes, yes, most definitely. Frosted flakes, probably maybe avoid in the middle of the night. You know, you don't want to get your glucose spiking, and it's just, yeah. And now we're actually starting to have serious conversations about what companies and whatnot are putting in food. So that brings up a whole nother debate about the frosted flakes and the corn flakes. But well, thank you guys for being here. I'm probably gonna just run a few songs and reflect a little bit. Um, totally get it if you want to leave. If any really pressing questions come up, may or may not attempt to engage, but only if I feel I can offer something. But yeah, thank you guys. Much sending a lot of love.
You should know that I'm pretty scarred, but I carry on, I carry on. Oh, 40 nights I ain't slept alone, but I fell in love and did it wrong. We should be honest, we should be ruthless. People ain't flawless, neither are you. Something I don't know, clear what I wanted. You told me I'm reckless, maybe it's true. Drink it Been 2 years since we were standing on the brink of disaster. You believed even though I didn't. I said some things that beat me, did some deeds, but it all receded. But we chased it all the way. We chased it all the way to heaven and to hell and back. And now we're on the edge of finding what it means to really be free. I don't know what I believe, but I know that you wounded me, and I know that you wouldn't leave. Baby, I love you. I don't need a reason to. I don't understand it when you ask why. 'Cause maybe I love you without any reason to. I really believe that's all that it takes when you need it. 'Cause in my mind, I'm already old. You're by my side, the story told. You're there for me, I'm there for you. Baby, I love you. Guess I fell with you to hell, and now I'm starting to believe that I've lost something to which I've clung for this love. And I can say I'm in love, but I don't know what I've lost unspoken. How do you feel that it all really turned out? I really wanna know. Down there deep in the darkness, I know you're awake. And it took about as much strength as I had to fake. And somewhere out there, there's someone who knows how I feel. Lost in illusion and bound to the things that seem real. Feel like a dragon that's blown out the flame from his heart. Burn as a flower was left of the life that he drawn. Down here, darkness likes to rain on faded. Don't look so bad at times if you're drunk or stoned. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Feel like an angel has come out from hell to believe. Someone that's wanted to finally see. Hope that when I close my eyes, I need you to smile. Feels like I'm almost ready to fly.
Thank you guys. Wow, that's a vibe. Listening with other people. Something about the connection. You just know that it's there. It's really fascinating. Thank you guys so much for sitting with me, and appreciate you all. Love you very much.